Yo, Mystical Carter here. Welcome back to the Waking Justice channel. Coming at y'all with another video. Something, I don't quite know how I'm going to label this yet, but something that I never hear talked about is in pandemic scenarios, zombie scenarios, blackout scenarios, economy crashes, all the wild and feasible stuff that preppers talk about. Nobody ever mentions the pets. What the fuck are y'all gonna do with little goldfish and little fluff and little boxer and rough them? You know what I'm saying? What the fuck y'all gonna do with the pets? Nobody has brought up the pets yet. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I look for topics that nobody's did yet, just to get the thoughts and get the topic started. And granted, nobody ever shouts out me for starting any of the topics, but that's neither here nor there, because I personally I don't care. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you can shout me out. You know what I'm saying? But what y'all plan on doing with y'all pets, man? Have y'all thought about that? Matter of fact, I'm gonna tie this into cannibalism, because there's a long-going thought form that there will be a total collapse with the mentality of mankind when, if there's a blackout, a coronal mass ejection, a EMP set off, whether from a nuclear device or just the EMP by itself, whether the system gets hacked and they cut the power off for a good week just to down the population, nobody ever mentions the pets. And I want to get that out there, man. Like, what do y'all plan on doing with your dogs and your cats and your goldfish and your hamsters and gerbils and parakeets and parrots and all the rest of that? You know what I'm saying? What do y'all plan on doing with that? You know? And another thing that made me think about it, I was watching Dawn of the Dead the other night, and dude broke down and had to eat his goldfish, and the sense of it, his goldfish was his last surviving friend before he knew that the rest of the survivors was over there in the mall. And then, of course, in the movie, they tried to send him over food. By that time, he got bit, and then he got turned into a zombie and what have you. But how many people have actually thought about that? You know, there's plenty of people that's addicted to meat to the point to where they will entertain the thought and the idea of cannibalism. And whether that's other people or whether it's eating your pets, I'm pretty sure to them meat is meat and protein is protein. And the only gripe I got about that is that there's plenty of foods you can eat and grow that'll give you protein, the way you don't have to start eating each other or eating each other's pets. But I know there's plenty of y'all with these little mops running around, you know, these little dogs and cats and shit. You know, everybody like to pick on the fucking cats and shit. Y'all are fucking assholes for that. But you know what I'm saying? What about your little dog? You know what I'm saying? Man's best friend. When all your canned goods and shit done ran out and you're not living in the area where you can go out and hunt. Have you thought about somebody killing your dog for food? Have y'all thought about this shit in depth? You know what I'm saying? And that's why I do the videos that I do, man. Awaken your essence, man. Get you to think about everything. And like I said, these prepper videos I don't do just for the prepping community. This is for everybody. I want all of you guys to jump in and leave your comments and your feedback, man. This is not just about the preppers. It's not just about the survivalist community. This is for everybody, because a natural disaster can happen in any given moment, as we've seen with tornadoes and tsunamis and hurricanes and earthquakes and shit, that'll render your food supply down to a bare minimum. And how many people have been out there at those times, honestly, not just the little bullshit that you read and then you go back and act like you was there when your ass was at home with a pantry full. None of that, not no fake ass pretenders. But how many of you guys have actually been out there in the stores during the disaster? You know what I'm saying? Where the power goes out. And I've seen more than just a specific demographic run off with the food, because they're like, hey man, free food, power's out, we gotta, you know what I'm saying, let's get the fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying? For once, we get a break. And this is a shot back at the government type of thing. You know what I'm saying? Let's take this fucking food and let's save our money and run on and get on back to the house real quick. You know what I'm saying? Even K-Goat is doing a video series called the um, SHTF Diary, and he's going day by day of a coronal mass ejection and showing what he thinks will happen in his immediate area during the fallout of basically a blackout, and how people will respond to him and respond to the people around him. Great series, very thought provoking. You know what I'm saying? He's a white guy, so when he gets into talking about thugs and things of that nature, you know what I'm saying, you got to take that with a grain of salt, because from his vantage point, and I think he's a cop or a former cop, so they've been socially programmed to think every shade of brown is automatically bad, and to look out for them during those type of disaster scenarios to be the bad guys. And I've heard that conversation come up with talks of LA riots and Hurricane Katrina, Hurricane Sandy, and all of that. Whether it's truthfully or not, the lie and the truth synonymously is passed around. So, like I said, this is just another video to get you guys thinking, and I'll see you on my next video, man. We out here. Peace.